everybody. Jimmy, Paul, Marcio. Where's Seth and where's Rob? Okay, today, Master Studies again. We're going to be working with the Stone Killer. Aingarabunga. Hello, hello, hello. That's page 55. Now, what I would like to do is go over all of his Stone Killer exercises. Hey, Seth, where's Robert? Hey, Seth, I mailed out that program, okay? And when you get the program, I'll tell you what to do as far as me taking over your screen. And if you don't get it before Sunday, I'll tell you Sunday, okay? All right, any questions about yesterday's lesson about the odd groupings? Odd and even groupings? Any questions? Stone Killer, page 55. I'm going to loosen up with this, and I'm going to do it for 2 minutes, okay? I'm going to do the first one. Hey. For about 3 minutes, starting with line 1. Here we go. 1, 2. All right, that's enough, I guess. Okay, we have Seth and Jard, Marcio, Paul, and Jimmy. Where's Robert? Like I had asked before, any questions about yesterday or last night or yesterday afternoon's lesson about the odd, even groupings? Everybody have the Stone Killer, page 55. Good for you, Jard. It's good morning, or good afternoon, rather. Jard. Okay, let's talk about Stone Killer. Does anybody have any conceivable idea what the Stone Killer exercises are for? Hi, Robert. Okay. Anyone? Stacy's missing, and Mike Lewis is missing. Okay. Anybody have any conceivable idea of what the Stone Killer is about? If so, please. You're on page 55. Okay. Now, he presents the first, it's actually a triangle, okay? And this was originated for students who were just beginning or kind of played for about 3 or 4 years. But for his well-seasoned players, he didn't get into this, okay? But it's a good exercise to loosen up. No, Seth, no, not. Well, some of it is, yes. You do? Endurance? Okay. All right, I'll accept all of them. All right. First off, if you remember how I was describing, for example, doing, say, last night, the fives and tens, I would take half of a 10 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I do the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could think of a vamp as a half a single stroke roll. And yes, to develop endurance. You guys already know 4-measure vamps with the right hand, 4-measure vamps with the left hand. And what he does, and like I said, it's a good loosening up exercise. Okay, so, you do the first line, you go directly, you don't have to repeat it, you go directly into line 2, 3, 4. Now you have a different time signature here, 6-4. Does everybody understand what 6-4 means? Okay, I'll tell you. The rules are when you're explaining or giving a definition of a time signature, the top number indicates the beats per measure. And the bottom number indicates the kind of notes that get a count or a beat. So if I have 4 quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, I just played one measure of 4/4 time. Now, if I played eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and each quarter note gets the counter beat. So 2 eighth notes equal, okay, it equals a quarter note. So let's start with, this is kind of like, I need to explain this because some people know it, some people don't. So we have 4/4, 4 beats to a measure. Each quarter note receives 1 count or 1 beat. You go to 6/4, there's 6 beats to a measure. And each quarter note receives a count or a beat. So if I played line 3, it would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 6 beats to a measure. Each quarter note receives a count or a beat. Very good there, George. All right, so now I'm gonna set the match. I'm gonna do it slow. So you guys that have the book, please follow me. Line to line. I'm gonna do line 1. I'm not gonna repeat it. I'm gonna go to line 2, 3, 4, and back to the top. This is just 120, and I'm gonna come up high with my sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Line 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Now that's very simple. What I like to do, there's the 3 sticking heights. There's the full stroke, the half stroke, and the quarter stroke. And that's just a surface. Who is this? Hoist? Hey. That's just the surface for dynamics in the levels. So usually when I'm playing a quarter stroke, it's for piano. Piano means soft. If I go any softer than that, pianissimo, pianissimo. Or if I go half strokes, it's moderately out, MF. If I go full strokes, it's forte. So what I'll do is I'll hang out, for example, on line 1. And I'll play it for a while. I'll repeat it a couple times. I'll slow it down somewhat. And I'm going to play it first. I'm going to start it off as forte. Forte meaning, okay? And then after that, I might go to mezzo forte. Little softer. Then piano. Back. Full stroke. You see what I'm doing? It's just a good way to practice that and incorporate some dynamics. First, you want to be able to play, obviously. So now let's start just line one. Full strokes, half strokes, little lighter, quarter strokes, half strokes, full strokes. Get it? And you could do each line like that. Start off with forte, which is the full stroke. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and mezzo forte, moderately loud, about right here. And notice the stick is closer to the surface of the drum, so I'm going to get a lighter sound as opposed to that. See it? And then piano, we're not going pianissimo, we're just going piano, means softer, about right here. But notice, before I make the next stroke, my hand is back. Got it, guys? Okay, that's the first line. And you want to stay on this 5, 10, 20, 30, whatever you want to do. And you can make your own combinations. I rather just vamp 4 measures with the right, 4 measures with the left, and do it 3 or 4 minutes, and play all the different dynamics. But when you're reading that, you're doing line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. You're focused in on where you're at. Oh, I did line 2 once. I did line 3 once. I did line 4 once, and back to the top. So there's 2 different issues coming here. Okay, so now, let's go to section 2. Now, section 2, and I really want you guys to really get this shit going on, man, because it's all in the stick control book formulas. What we have is playing a variety of things against the patterns. So section 2 now, he adds on an accent on the first stroke. So you have 4 rights, 1 and 2 and. Okay, the first stroke is accented. 1 and 2 and. Look at that, I'm back. Why am I back? Now you guys have experience with the Morello, the beginning of the book with the downstroke, the tap, and the up. I'm going 1 and 2 and. I'm in position now to attack it again when I come back to the 1. So now I'm going to do the left. 1, now 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now you could use the taps either mezzo forte or piano. Okay, I'd rather you use a mezzo forte. Mezzo forte is you're here. 1 and 2 and. See it? Instead of 1 and 2 and. When you're doing it that way, that's just to understand the levels. So you want to do, again, the triangle. Do line 1 for a while. Line 2. Line 3. Last line. I missed the measure. But, you know, you play it down like that. You use the different levels. You know, if you're going to start mezzo forte, well, then your accent is coming here. And you come back to mezzo forte. And you're doing forte. Mezzo forte to piano, rather. Different thing than that. Got it, guys? Now, again, you guys know how to do the vamp. So what I would recommend, after you completed the vamp, the Stone Killer, do this. All right, there's an additional exercise. I don't want to do the turnarounds right now. But vamp 4 measures right, 4 measures left, like this. 1 and 2, 3. 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3. 4. Left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So on and so forth. Find yourself a number on the metronome and you're in business. Now, caution. Highly recommended. Section 3, he shifts now. You have without the accent, then you have with the accent on the 1 and 3. 1, 3, and 4, and. Now, we're going to do the first measure, section 3. You have the accent on the last stroke of the grouping. 1 and 2 and. Then you have 3 and 4 and. Got it? And the second one, you're extending it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 2 and 3 and 4 and. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 2 and. Got it? Now, that takes care of section 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to incorporate or go further, expand on it. We're going to go to section 4, section 5, and section 6. Now, if you really analyze this and you look at section 4, he has 1 E and a 2 E N. So if I did the first part, 1 E and a 2 E N, and I left out the lefts, I'd have 1 E and 2 N. That's Stone Killer number 1. So I'm doing 1 and 2 N, or 1 E and a 2 E N. Then you have number 2, you extend it to the and of 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E N. 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E N. Now notice there's no accents there. Who's this? Well, you're paying your dues to that, right, Paul? You know, I mean, man, it was torturous for me to sit there and write out all those exercises with the levels, besides the sticking. And I did make a few mistakes. But now, because you're familiar with it and you're hanging out with it and you're playing naturally, well, everything else is going to come easy. Okay, so now I'm on section 4, and actually if I eliminated all the lefts for the first 2 downbeats and I eliminated all the rights for the second downbeat on line 1, I'd have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So he's presented it as 1 E and a 2 E N. Now, once you get the exercise down itself, what you want to do is incorporate number 1 and number 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 3 and 4 and. 1 E and a 2 E N. 3 E and a 4 E N. Do we understand that concept? Got it, everybody? And you must use a metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put me to sleep. All right, let's go a little tempo, a little further. Notice the heights of my sticks, all the same. The true concept, one of the truer concepts rather, I should say, of stick control book is to make the right hand and the left hand sound the same. We don't want this. You see, or 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. We don't want any of that. We want right hand and left hand sounding the same. That's why you do the stick control book. Let me put it up here. First couple lines of stick control book, half strokes. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, line 2. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, line 3. So on and so forth. You get it, guys? You have to have that follow you all over the place when you play or when you're practicing or developing technique. Now, when you play, you're going to get different sounds. It's only because of the music. Now you know how to accomplish or get the sounds that you need, whether it's a full stroke, a half stroke, or a quarter stroke. You don't think about it when you play. You're playing the music. The technique should be there automatically. Got it? Okay, so the same thing with section number 5. Remember, he puts now the accent on 1 and 2. This is number 2, 3, and 4, and. So here I'm going to play 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. But notice I'm always in position to attack. It's like I keep using that phrase, or I guess you could say, what is it, a metaphor? That if you're a boxer, you throw your left out, yeah, you have fast hands and you hit them, but man, you're wide open now, so you have to throw it back and come back to attack again. That's the same concept with this. But you have to maintain, okay, both hands equal all throughout. There's some sort of distortion rather, in the sound. Fix it. Like I said, you go driving around, you get a flat, you don't keep driving around, you stop and fix it. Same thing. Okay, so that's going to take section 1, 2, 3, 4, and we just did 5. Now we're going to do number 6. Again, that was section. That's number 3. We have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's half of 6. So you put it together. 1 E and 2 E and. I'm sorry. 1 E and 2 E and. 3 E and 4 E. I'm sorry. 4 E. Ah, come on. 1 E and 2 E and 4 E and. What am I doing? I'm doing number 6? Yeah. You guys get it? So what we're going to do, we're going to kind of review it tonight. Stone Killer 1 through 6. Any questions about so far of what I've done? Now stay with the 8th notes. Don't go into the triplets or the 16th notes. Stay with the 8th notes. You know, you go vamping. Let's hit this at vamping. Incorporate the accents. 3 measures. No accents. The first 2. The first 2 measures, no accents. Then do a 3-phase. Do without the accents, with the accents on the 1 and 3, then the accents on the ands. So that's like 12 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Now accent. 1 and 2. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Back to 1. That should have been a downstroke. You get it, guys? And you just help it. Now, we just began. The beginning. You know, the levels, understanding them, work with them for a while before we move forward with them and expand on it. And the same thing goes with the stone killer. But notice my hands. My hands are always equalized in sound. That's what you have to strive for. If you're not getting that, go backwards a little bit until you fix it. Then go forward again. Are there any questions? No question. I'm not finished. I'm just asking. I don't want to go any further. Now, there's the 2 exercises in stick control book. I believe it's number 13, the 4 measure increment. You're doing single strokes. One, 2 with the vamp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Remember that exercise? Yes, no, perhaps, by chance? Now, I don't want to overwhelm you right now, but I do need some questions, or else I will close it up until tonight. I'm really trying to work very hard, making my explanations as clear as I possibly can in my demonstrations, as precise as I can in explaining what I'm doing. Does everybody understand that? It's not easy, especially when you're doing the odds and evens, the 10s and the 5s or the 4s and the 6s, and counting. That's it. You want to do, let's go expand the single stroke roll. 3rd measure, 4. Now you're vamping, 1. Now I'm going to extend this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'll do that for maybe 3-4 minutes. You guys should try that. Okay? Try it for 3-4-5 minutes. Don't kill yourselves, because like I use it again. You know, if you're a jogger, if you want to go jogging and you never jogged before, you go out and buy your pretty sneakers and cool shorts or whatever, and you go jogging, but you're not going to, if you never jogged before, you're not going to jog the first day for 10 miles, maybe a mile, 2 miles, maybe. So this is the same thing that you should try to understand here. If you can't do 3 minutes, do a minute. Or if you can't do a minute, do a half a minute. Nice demonstration until tonight. What I do tonight? Tonight's not here. Okay. All right, I'm going to close it up. Okay, gentlemen? If you have any questions, please ask now, or get your questions together and ask me tonight at 7 p.m. Now, next week, we will be back on the drum set. With this, and oh, by the way, Jard, I mailed out your books. No problem, okay? You did get all the PDFs. Okay, Jard? Wish you guys didn't live in Alabama. But if you do live in Alabama, you want to come up here for a weekend? and nailed the double paradiddle. Well, good. If you have a camera, could you make a film, a video of that, showing me your approach to the double paradiddle? Okay? If that's cool. Okay, Jimmy, Seth, Marcio. You know, Jar, what you might want to consider, I don't have a set weekend right now, but I have weekends coming up, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay? I do a drum, sort of a mini camp, and I have 3 or 4 people here at the same time. And we do intense drumming from 12 noon to 6 p.m. All right, so if you're interested in coming up on the weekend and I get a couple more people here, we'll all be in business. I have 2 already. I have Stacy and I have Michael Lewis. I'm trying to get 2 more guys. Once I get people who are interested and could afford the cost, then I'll book something, okay? All right. Now, before you buy any more books there, Jard, I'm going to talk to you on the phone. Please send me your email. Email me and send me your phone number, and I'll talk to you sometime soon. Okay, Jimmy. Let me know. That's good. That's what's nice. You're starting to be creative, and that makes me feel good. That gives me I'm giving you the incentive to go forward on your own and to create your own. Thank you, Jimmy. Send it to me, okay? And Jimmy, you're coming. So we're going to get 4 of you guys at one time. Okay? Let me close it down, and I'll see everyone tonight at 7. Have a good rest of the day until tonight.